I've been talking to my avocado pips and trying to find out if I killed them or if they're growing. But as you can see, they do seem to be starting to split at the top now, which they weren't doing before. I definitely should have waited longer before putting them in. I should have let the roots at least grow a little bit longer and get some root hairs. But I think that's encouraging. So I've been talking to them and discussing my plans for Portugal. Luckily, some of the agents keep in regular contact, which helps to keep me excited and motivated, and they send me pictures of farms and links to farms, and those are very good agents, and I thank them for keeping me inspired. My little farm on my windowsill is doing well. One spends one's time looking at different videos about other people who have moved to Portugal to do off-grid living, different things that I'm wanting to do in years one, which is really an interesting one. It's somebody called Wendy Howard, and she's got a quinta in Portugal.
All the bedrooms and bathrooms are everywhere else. So whenever you move from one room of the house to another, you're interacting with the quinta. So you're not cocooned in this structure, which allows you to separate yourself from the natural world. It's really flexible. I like how it works.
I'd like to do something like that. I mean, I haven't even got the farm yet, let alone the bathroom, but I quite like this toilet system. Listen to what she says.
Wow. We never even took the moss off the wall of the terrace, so it's still there.
This looks super beautiful. Stunning. Wow.
Pot building is a long process. It's not quick. It takes time to stomp the mix together, to get it to the right mix and consistency. And when things slow down to that pace, then, all these lovely little touches like the additions to the building and the little quirks start. Good mixture of organic materials. So the wastes fall on the top, the water goes through, solids remain behind. There's a whole ecosystem of worms and their associated microbiology, and the water comes out pretty clean. It works really, really well. I mean, it worked far better even than I thought it would.
Let's look at some poop. Yeah, so I'm looking here at a bunch of poo and other organic waste, and there's literally no smell, just a slight hint of organic matter, but it's very different from a dry toilet.
So this is a property that was sent to me by an agent, which I quite like this property, I have to say. It's quite big. It's about 2 hectares. And you can see there's a well. It looks like someone might still be staying there. There's like a house and a barbecue area or bread oven. I'm not too sure. And there's like pond. But it looks like it hasn't really been looked after that well for a little while, because you can see if you look here, you can see the grapevines all seem to be overgrown and not really cared for, but you can see there's olive trees as well. Here's the vineyard again as well. You can see it's quite overgrown, but the bones are there. There's another well, and Just another angle of it. This is obviously next to the house with a little outdoor table. Definitely looks like people are still staying there because there's like green plant matter on the table. And this is inside. It definitely looks like it needs a clean and a coat of paint. And this is why I think people are still staying here, because you can see food over there. They were eating something or other. And that's the road leading to the property. This one looks like it's got electricity and everything set up. See, that part looks like it has been cared for. It looks like it's recently been raked, but those vineyards definitely don't look like anything's been happening. There's a pond. So this one's got water. Here's the power line as well. So it's got electricity. So this one, 2 hectares, I think. It's not a bad deal over here. If you look, you can see they've got like a garage. Unfortunately, they don't show you inside. And so you can't really see too much. But this is quite a nice property. So this one is another one that is worth a little bit of a look. This one is on an acre plot. You can see this one has got a run on. Definitely, I think it needs a new roof, but it looks like it's got a well over there as well. Let's see what else it's got going for it. So they're showing you a little bit more about this house. It's got a chimney. Let's see. Oh, that's the back of it. So seems to be there's like a little storeroom or something over there, and it has been built on there. You've got like a little deck of some kind. Let's see what the actual property looks like. Okay, they're just showing more of the building. Okay, I would say it definitely is ruined quite a bit. Like inside there's not even floors. This is like a pit that goes down. See, from that angle it doesn't look too bad, but when you look inside, it's definitely something. I'm not sure what that part is. Oh, that's just another angle. It's got, seems to be another little shed out there. And in this one definitely seems to be more of like a little grazing area. But 1 acre, it's not actually that big. So let's exit. So this property is also seems to have a run on it. This one is 2 hectares, and here's your little stone house, also missing a roof. Oh, I wonder if the dog comes with this property. And that's the other side. I'm wondering if this one's got any floors inside. I doubt it. But also, this is also more like grazing sort of area, I would say. Let's see if it's got any water coming up, because I think water is very important. It's got like little terraces built there. You've got a sandy hill. Looks quite dry. Oh, you can see, well, looks like a little skyscraper or something in the distance there. And there's, yeah, the house looks like it's almost buried in the soil at that point. And the little dog again. Yeah, I don't see any signs of water over there. So this one is maybe not a good plan. So this property is 1.5 hectares, And there seems to be some kind of like little house there, but I must say it does look quite dry. I don't know what this little corral thingy is. Let's see if we can get an idea. That must be the road leading to it. Let's see if they get any closer to that house. No, we just seem to focus on rocks and dry grass. Very dry grass. I don't know. I mean, there seemed to be a house there. They're not showing any water or anything. So I'm not too sure how good this property is. I must say, some of these agents are not that great with their taking photos. They're not taking photos of things you're wanting to see. So this farm is 2 hectares. And let's see what it's got going for it. It seems to have quite a few trees. There's a building here and another building there. I'm not too sure what they are. It looks like could be a shed, which seems like it's in reasonable good condition. It seems like there's olive trees. Look at that. Yeah. No windows or anything. And yeah, this is the olive groves. So this must be an olive farm. Oh, there's a well, which is a good sign, with yucky water in it. Let's see what else. I like the fields, some nice grazing area for my goats and kuni pigs that I want to get. Even some little flowers. I must say, this particular agent, he always puts lots of photos into the portfolio. Although most of them are just of like these olive trees. I wonder if there's any grapevines with this one. Let's see. I like the trees though. But he's not showing. There was a second building and he doesn't seem to be focusing on that at all. So I have no idea. There's like a little wall around it. Interesting. So this one is 1.25 hectares. It's got, I suppose, an agricultural building of some kind there. I quite like the stone buildings. Obviously, this looks like this is some kind of a shed or for animals or storage. Yeah, it's like that. Then, yeah, it's quite rough inside, but I suppose it's got a roof. I'm not too sure why they're showing us that picture, but yeah, it seems there's water. That's good. And there it is over there. There seemed to be, I don't know if that's some other building or something over there. But it's mostly, this property is mostly field, not too much in the way of trees. And it doesn't seem to have vineyards. And I think the access, if you look over here, it looks like you're going to need a 4x4 to get there. Yeah, not too sure about this one. It's not sort of grabbing me, although I suppose there's good grazing. I know, I think I'd like more trees. So I think I'm not even going to look at any more of this. It's not grabbing me. So this one looks like it's got a whole lot of buildings here. There's a little dog as well. I don't know if the dog comes with it. But I'm not too sure. Is this a house? Is this just agricultural buildings? It's hard to make out. And once again, the agent doesn't show you anything close by for you to actually see what it's like or show you inside. There does seem to be like a little flower garden over here, so I'm thinking maybe it's a house. I'm not too sure. So let's have a look. They've got vegetables growing there, so that's already started with vegetables. You can see nice paddocks and whatever in the background there. There's water, so that's a well. There's another reservoir, and there's a fence I can see, and there's trees. Yeah, lots of grazing. There's looks like a prickly pear over there. It does look a little bit messy around there, I have to say. Let's have a look. A little more focus on the prickly pear. Here's the trees. This one doesn't look too bad, actually. I would like to see more about that house. I would imagine that house must be the next door neighbor, I think. Is that the neighbor you're seeing over there? This might be one worth looking at a little bit closely. Yeah, I'm really quite intrigued with this house area over here because the roof looks okay. Like some of the other ruins, the roofs have gone, but this one looks like it could be lived in, but there's so many other little things here. There's definitely water. Let's check the pipe that's going along there. Oh, this one's interesting. Definitely something to think about, I think. O gosto daquela fazenda. So that's my Portuguese for the day. It means I like that farm. So I hope you've enjoyed my looking at farms. That's all I can do until I can get there is just look at them online. And I've rebooked my flight for towards the end of June, and I'm hoping that the borders will be open and the travel bans will be lifted. And yeah, I'll keep on every week looking at farms and discussing them on my journey to buying a farm in Portugal episodes. So have a good day, I suppose I can say. And if you can like, subscribe, and comment below, let me know which one of those farms you liked and you thought could be a possibility. And I'll see you on my next adventure.